It's the beer video, and I promise this week, Helen, my promise to you, I'm going to end this week's video better than I've ended last week's. The stakes are low.
Yeah, I mean, I never even make an attempt to end them, so you know.
That's the surprise is you're going to end it this week.
Oh, well, okay. High
No,
stakes.
I won't make you do that. I won't make you do that. Man, it's weird. We actually did 2 weeks in a row. We haven't done 2 weeks in a row in a while. Just because shit has been busy. It's been, I don't know. It feels like it's been a busy summer.
Yeah, we've got stuff going on. Um,
Fucking
well,
adults.
yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, I'm excited. I'm gonna go to the state fair this coming Friday.
nice.
Yeah, yeah.
What?
Minnesota State Fair is the second biggest in the nation after Iowa, and it's got kind of all the things you would expect. Just a lot of fried food, a lot
Yeah.
of livestock, some rides. I don't know. Yeah,
What's
it's gonna be.
funny is we have a pretty big fair here. It's called the Butler County Fair. And it actually takes place, I think, on the same fairgrounds where Trump was shot. Like that's where it takes place. Um, so it's kind of weird that yeah, I don't think the fair was going on at the same time. I'm pretty sure it wasn't. I don't really follow. I honestly have only been to the Butler County Fair like one time, and it was a long time ago. Um, but they
I'm
have Butler County Fair 2014 or 2024. I don't know when this is. Oh, it was July 21st through 27th. I don't
okay.
remember what day Trump got shot, but it might have been going on at the same time.
Huh. I'm wondering, God, I'm picturing Donald Trump having like the same kind of advertising, like puppet show and Spinal Tap.
Yeah. Like, do you like for your county fair, do you get like all the like weird washed up bands?
Ooh, it's not just a county fair, my dude. It is a state fair. And yes, we do.
Oh,
We
we're
actually
state fair, yeah.
saw, like Matt and I saw Weird Al there a few years ago.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was incredible, actually. Like they have it's the one time I've paid to see like a music artist at the fair because they have like stuff you can see for free, but they have like this big venue called the Grandstand, which is basically just a stadium.
Yeah.
We paid like for nosebleed seats, and yeah, it was incredible.
Yeah. I'd see Weird Al anywhere. So, a state fair probably as good a place to see him as any.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. So we don't have a state fair, we have a county fair, and it's not even in the county I live in. But yeah, they just get like bullshit. But I think like Eddie Money played at one time, like stuff like that, like bands that are way, way, way past their drawing power.
There was a Kiss and Motley Crue double bill at the Minnesota State Fair a while ago, and it was one of those things where it was like if it was at one of the free venues, I absolutely would have gone, but I
Oh
was
yeah,
like, I'm not paying $50 to hear bands that haven't put out anything I've liked since like before I was born.
yeah, yeah. My first ever big show I ever saw was Motley Crue.
I actually there are some Motley Crue songs I really like, but they're terrible people. So
Yeah,
it's
yeah. I mean, when I was 15 years old and I saw him, I didn't know any of this shit yet.
yeah, just like more so even than most 80s metal bands. Like this Admit to in the Dirt is pretty dark.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. I mean, their singer killed somebody. Nikki Sixx killed himself. Uh,
yeah,
Tommy Lee's just oh
it's metal well, and that's weird. He has some kind of degenerative bone disease, which I think
yeah.
he like he says that's like why it was so easy for him to get hooked on heroin, which I like totally understand. I guess like if my bones broke when I sneezed, I would probably get very into opiates as well.
Yeah. Yeah, it is the pathway to heroin, I would probably think. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, you're right though. Not great people. And then the band that opened for them was Warrant. who
Wait. Okay, so okay. Was it Warrant that like no, it was Winger. I'm trying to remember what band shirt that Stewart and Beavis and Butthead
it was
constantly.
Winger, yeah.
I was okay, it's one of the lamer hair metal bands, and definitely Warrant is one of those.
Yeah,
Oh boy.
yeah. My second show I ever saw was Whitesnake, and it was the period of time when Steve Vai was in the band. So
Yeah.
not only did I get to see Whitesnake, but I got to see Steve Vai, and so it was kind of like a two-in-one thing. Like, granted, he's playing with Whitesnake, but it's like, oh fuck, that's Steve Vai, and he's playing Whitesnake songs.
What's the one White Snake song I'm thinking of?
Oh God,
Here we go.
here I go again, still of the night.
Oh, it's definitely Here I Go Again.
Yeah.
God, in terms of like 80s butt rock songs, I think that one's pretty solid.
Do you realize that was a re-recording?
I didn't know that. Um,
That's that song. You did not know that?
I didn't know.
Okay. So that song appeared on uh, like a couple albums before that. You can look up because I mean there's a video for it and everything. Like it was on one of their other albums. They made one change to the song. I mean, it sounds different. It's like it's more it's more punched up like the version that's like that everybody knows. But they made one lyrical change that made all the fucking difference in the world.
Really?
Yeah, in the chorus when he says like a drifter, I was born to walk alone. In the original, he sings like a hobo, I was born to walk alone.
Well, I think that change was for the better then.
Absolutely. No, totally for the better. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's so crazy. Like you change one word in a song and it just
Yeah.
markedly.
Yeah, I think that song's solid. It's corny as all hell, but like it's good. Like got like some solid punchy songwriting and yeah, it just makes me want to wash a car in a bikini, which I'm pretty sure is what happens in the music video, if I'm
I
not
think
mistaken.
so. Yeah, most of them. That's what happens to most of them. Yeah. Tawny Katane, R.I.P.
Yeah. She makes me feel kind of funny.
She made a lot of people feel funny. And you know, there's a lot. I'm pretty sure there was a lot of dudes around my age who either conquered masturbation or discovered it around that time. So thanks, Tawny, for helping the boys along and the girls. I'm sure there were. I don't want to I don't want to let's be honest here. Probably that went across the board.
Yeah. What a great name too, Tawny. I don't know what her actual name is, but the one she picked was very good. I think it's your turn to do beer first, right?
No, I went first last week.
No, okay. I'm just remembering. Anyway, okay, so I got this Hefeweizen from Little Thistle Brewing. I don't know if I featured them on here before. I've definitely had some of their beers before, and it was
Remember that one.
something that completely blew my socks off, but everything I've had from them is solid and tasty. So I've got their Hefeweizen. It is called Hefty,
Look at
which I
that.
yeah, I picked that because it made me think of that wrestler that we both like, Effie.
Right. There is a great I have to remember to send this to you. There's a great Effie thing from his podcast where he's talking shit on Ronda Rousey. It's incredible.
God, why does everyone in MMA have to be a fucking clown?
Probably the head, the head damage probably is part of it.
Okay, so
Weight cutting.
um there's two people in professional jujitsu who I actually like, and that is Ian Davies, she just won a world championship, incredibly talented fighter, and just a total sweetheart. The only thing wrong with her is she's a Swiftie.
Oh, that's fine. I mean, there could be worse things. She could be, yeah, she could be a Trump supporter.
Joking, please. Taylor Swift fans, don't kill me. She's a perfectly fine songwriter. Just like find the online fandom a bit overwhelming. Anyway,
Yeah.
so her and Craig Jones, who is, dude's a bro, but like he's consistently a bro in like kind of a funny and fairly harmless way. Like he makes some stupid jokes on occasion or whatever, but like he's like kind of sells, for example, tie-dye pattern rash guards saying keep jujitsu gay. Um,
Love that.
I appreciate when like kind of fully embrace like how homoerotic grappling can really be.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not saying I like get horned up when I do it or whatever, but I have like there have been times when like, my partner has literally been like fucking jamming their forearm into my crotch, and I'm just like, I have a little thought like, huh, you know, this is pretty funny.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, like, and he's been kind of making a big stink about how little professional jiu-jitsu fighters and MMA fighters are paid. And I think like that's really cool. He could
Yeah.
absolutely like choose to take the standard route that a lot of like big name fighters do, where it's just like, I don't know what everyone else is whining about. I'm making like
Yeah.
scads,
Yeah.
but like, he's not, and that's cool, I guess. So, good for him. And if anyone, feels like treating an old lady who just made blue belt, put my Venmo in the description because I really want one of his rash guards
Yeah.
that have the fake out Karate Kid logo and it says Mexican ground karate. I think that's very funny.
I like that a lot.
Yeah. Okay, I should probably drink this beer, eh?
Sure, why not? That's why we're
Yeah.
here.
It promises a standard Hefeweizen, notes of banana and clove. I love Hefeweizen, so I was, excited about this. It's a pretty low ABV, around 4%,
Yeah.
um, which is a little low for a Hefeweizen. They're not particularly strong beers, but it's still kind of on the low end.
I like the color. That's what I was going to say, right? As soon as you started pouring it, I immediately liked the color.
Yep, that's it.
That's a Hefeweizen.
It does what it says, and that is a solid example of the genre. Yeah. Um, kind of a perfect kind of level of flavor intensity. Um, not too overwhelming, but not too mild. It's exactly kind of where I want it. Good job, Little Thistle. This is a Hefeweizen I would love to drink again.
There you go.
Yeah. Yeah, especially since like it's fairly low ABV. Like, yeah, I could actually knock back a couple of these. Um, no, sorry, just beer. I didn't mention my glass. It's an old Dangerous Man one that I think Matt accidentally stole from their tap room.
But it's damn tasty, yes.
This is when milkshake IPAs first started appearing, when everyone thought they were weird. They
Yeah.
made actually like a couple pretty good ones. Again, I miss their tap room. I think it's real stupid that they decided to build one like way the fuck out, like
Yeah.
an away from the cities. Destination tap rooms is a thing, kind of weird me out because it's like uh you're asking people to drive somewhere to go drink a bunch.
Yeah. Yeah. And then drive back.
Right. And I think maybe, not to just toot Hammerheart's horn constantly. Huh, who am I kidding? I will. I will. I love those guys. But like they made the decision when they moved to Ely, which is just like this tiny ass town near the Canadian border. They were just like, we're not gonna have a destination tap room. Like,
Yeah.
I think they felt like they were pushing it even with where they were in a suburb of the Twin Cities. Like, I know Austin had to call the cops, I think, on like some drunk drivers before and didn't feel great about that.
Yeah.
He did personally, but I know his staff did.
Yeah.
And, it's not great. But yeah, they're just like, we're here, we make beer, and like, you can buy beer from us, but like, you can't sit here and drink it and like that I think makes most sense if you're not going to have your brewery like somewhere where someone can feasibly like call a cab, like that makes
Yeah. 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 I mean, responsibility aspect of it. Sorry, now I'm yawning. Good. Yeah, because I mean, uh, you can't expect everybody to control themselves and to be responsible. Um, Yet I guess you can bear some responsibility if something shitty happens. So yeah, I can just see like just getting into the business of just making the beer and if you want it, go to the fucking beer store or the grocery store and get it and just drink it at home like a normal person.
You know what I thought was a bit of a bummer is Dangerous Man used to have these taps that were like kind of these limited run things where it was
Yeah.
just like they were doing like some wacky experiment that they knew maybe wasn't necessarily going to sell all that well, but they just do it.
Yeah.
And like, for like the three people that were maybe going to buy it, but like now they have to make beer with an eye towards production, and they still make pretty good beer. Like I've had their cream ale,
Mhm.
they've put out some, excuse me, some pretty good fruit sours, but like they don't do stuff as experimental anymore, and I think that's kind of a shame.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, Dogfish Head was like that too. When we would go on vacation there, they would a lot of times have just these unique things that either they made a small batch of or they did like a collaboration with like a local home brewer or a small brewery. Like, but I feel like ever since Sam Adams bought them out, they've taken fewer chances and it's not quite as exciting visiting there anymore because you're just, it's just standard fare and it's fine, but I just sort of miss that kind of looseness of when you would go into their tap room and be like, "Oh shit, what's gonna be here today?" And that's kind of, I mean, they still do some of that stuff, but it's not quite like it used to be. But
Mhm.
oh well, I'm not going there this year, so they got a year to get their shit together. Shirts.
Oh yeah, well, this is a it's draped a little oddly on me. This is my Zoth shirt. It was formerly a long sleeve, but it fits so weirdly. I cut the sleeves off.
I have some long sleeves like that too. That like,
Like the sleeves were super tight and yet extended somehow 4 inches past my actual hands. So made for I think the Slender Man, basically.
yeah, I
Oh,
have a heavy temple one like that.
it's got a genetic dinosaur ripping apart a priest, I think. So that's cool.
I can't find any fault with that. I think that's a great idea.
Yeah. Yeah. They're good in terms of like creature themed death metal bands. They are great. Second, perhaps only to Oxygen Destroyer.
Fucking love Ox. I was hoping you were going to say Oxygen Destroyer. I love them.
I'm pretty sure they're coming here soon. I should
Yeah.
maybe consider taking some time off to see them. They're playing on
Hey.
a for some fucking reason, but I think it would be worth it.
Yeah. Have you heard their new record?
Um, I've only listened to the first three songs, but I really like.
Yeah, it's about the Gamera trilogy. It's great. I love it. I am wearing a St. Vitus shirt, meaning the bar show space in New York City that they announced today looks like permanently closed. They had to shut down due to, bureaucracy and bullshit. Um,
Because he got kicked out for being shitty.
what's that?
Generally,
What's that?
didn't someone like complain about them and like just because he got kicked out for being an asshole? Like,
Probably. Yeah, probably.
I was seeing some stuff on social media. That's unfortunate. I'm pretty sure Matt has that same shirt, by the way. We went there when we visited New York in 2017 for the enslaved 20th anniversary.
Yeah.
God, I love not having kids, man. You just do that shit on a
That's
whim.
right. I love it. Although having a dog is kind of like having a kid, so like I can't just do whatever I want, but it's okay because dog's cool. The only show I saw there is I saw Sub Rosa, Mortals, and Pilgrim. All three bands were fucking incredible, and unfortunately, the singer guitarist from Pilgrim later passed away. Also that night, Leslie from Mortals accidentally caught her hair on fire on a candle. Yeah, she was okay. Her hair is incredibly long, and we were just all kind of sitting there like, what is that a strange smell? And she looked down and realized that her hair was sitting in a table candle. So yeah, good times. Um, Anyway, my beer is called the Mango Breaker. It's a mango sour double IPA. It is made by Cinderlands Brewing, which is based here in Pittsburgh. So the mango is the thing that drew me to it, and then the can's kind of cool because it's like a treasure chest full of mangoes. Um, what is our ABV? Do we say what it is? I don't think they do. Anyway, it's an ale brewed with Citra T90 and cryo hops and mango puree. So there's literal mango in this. So it's not like a wait, is that the ABV? 8.5. There we go. It's right on the can. It's just printed on the bottom. And this beer was made in May. So, and I'm drinking out of a New Japan. It's hard to see because of the light lion mark glass because the G1 tournament just ended, and I was going to try to spend this entire day trying to avoid spoilers. And the literal second I got up this morning, the first thing I saw on my phone was a spoiler of who won the G1. So, oh well,
Well,
not a big deal.
oh, I was trying to not see who won the jujitsu tournament, and then like one of my friends texts me like, "Oh, it was Ian Davies," and I'm like, "I can't say I'm mad at you, but
Now, it's probably hard to see. Maybe you can see it. There is definitely a lot of sedimentation in this.
yeah,
I'm assuming that's the puree. So there's a lot of little shit floating around in here, which I find exciting. Uh,
yeah."
let's see what it tastes like. Let's see if it's pulpy. Oh boy. Ooh, hold on. Oh, that is fucking good. Um, the sour element is very turned down. But this thing is exploding with mango flavor. And again, it's mango puree. So I mean, it's not like an artificial tasting mango. I mean, it just tastes like somebody just squeezed a mango into this thing again, which is probably some of the sedimentation that I can't feel in my mouth. It's not pulpy. I thought it might be a little bit, but wow, this is wow. For a hot day, and we did a lot of stuff. We did some help Jaden and Lex. We went to the IKEA and bought a bunch of stuff for their apartment. So I'm hot and tired, and it's been, something to like sit down and really refresh and quench my thirst. And I don't find many beers quench my thirst, but this one is really working on it. This is fantastic. Um, wow, I like Cinderlands a lot. This might be the best thing I've had from them. I know they talk about I mean, you can definitely get the hops aroma as soon as I started pouring. See, now I'm burping. As soon as I started pouring the beer. Um, the mango definitely outweighs the hops. I mean, the hops are there, but they're not in the way. You're not going to drink this and be like,
I had that New Belgium mango IPA a couple times over the past month.
yeah,
I think it's a good concept for a beer because mango can have that little tiny aftertaste, you know what I mean?
yeah,
And I think that goes really well with hops.
yeah. It's really nice. This is a really nice combination. This is almost like it's almost like drinking I feel like I'm drinking a fruit juice or something like that, which I guess I kind of am because there's mango puree in it. But this is really good. This is a really refreshing beer. This is one of the tastier beers I've ever had, and I've had a lot of beers. Um, wow, this is really good. They really figured out a way to.
I don't want to jinx it, but
Uh,
I'm excited to ship you those Hammerheart beers.
yeah,
I hope at least one of them gets to your doorstep unexploded.
I'm sure it will. Yeah, so that I don't want to preview potentially next week's beer video. I just say potentially based on, you know, I don't shipping things across the country sometimes takes a while. So I'm hoping for next week, but if not next week, the week after.
According to FedEx map, it will take 3 business days, so it should be by Thursday.
That's more than enough time. Um, Yeah, just one more. I just want to praise this Mango Breaker one more time. Fantastic beer, really, really fucking good. If you want a good beer that tastes, it's nice and tasty, not too sweet at all, and just something to quench your thirst on like a hot summer evening. This is it. So nice work, Cinderlands, and I will be drinking more of this.
Cool. I'm glad I almost am kind of yearning for a beer I'm really gonna hate.
Me too. I hmm
Yeah, maybe I need to just go to the beer store. I'm friendly at this point with the clerk because the guy that's usually there when I buy my stuff, I saw him at the Couch Slut show like forever ago.
Yeah,
And you make a certain bond with people when you're like hanging outside at like 2 a.m.
yeah.
just trying to will yourself awake to see this band that you're crazy about. Um, yeah, maybe next time I'll be like, hey, what's some shit I'm really gonna hate?
I've got an idea. I've got an idea. Not next week, because next week, if your beer shipment shows up, I want to do that beer next week. The week after that, which let me look at my fucking calendar. So not the week of the 30th, but the first weekend of September, which is right before my birthday. That week, you and I both are gonna go out and actively try to find a beer we think we're gonna hate.
Okay, yes, I can do this.
Okay. So 2 weeks from now will be the hate beer video. Next
Yeah.
week will be a regular one.
Yeah, next week, and next week's gonna be fun because I'm going to the state fair on Friday, then I'm watching some wrestling on Saturday. We need to do the beer video Sunday
No,
next
that's
week.
fine. Yeah, I'm good.
Cool. And I'm getting a haircut Sunday, so hopefully I'll be looking real fresh.
I just got my haircut. If you
Yeah.
kind of see, yesterday.
Hairdressers, they're uh, they're moving to the suburbs, which is a bummer. I
uh,
kind of get it because there's a lot of construction where they are now, and also
yeah,
they've like a lot of break-ins recently. So I totally understand why they're making that move, but I'm just like,
I
I've
know,
been a hair salon for like 12 years, and I'm just like, I don't want to change my habits. Fuck this.
I know. The salon I go to, they're located like 2 blocks away from my favorite record store in Pittsburgh. So usually if I go get my haircut afterwards, I'm like, I should pop in, you know.
Yeah.
I went this time and like didn't really have anything in mind. Like there was nothing really on my wish list. I was just like, I want to see what new stuff they have. Maybe I'll find something. I didn't really find anything, but what I ended up buying was the final Soundgarden album. I think it's called King Animal. Really for completion purposes, but I never really spent much time with that album. And I guess I'm a little excited about Gojira because, them playing the Olympics.
Oh
And
God. Okay. So yeah, that actually, it was funny. I was the one to inform like my head jujitsu coach is a huge tech death guy. Like,
oh, okay, yeah.
yeah, we went to see, or we didn't go together, but like we were at Meshuggah. It was a good time.
Yeah.
Uh yeah, dude owns an 8 string bass,
Oh God, yeah. Yeah.
right? And I was the one to inform him that Gojira played the Olympics, and he thought I was messing with him, I think, at first, like, did you know Gojira played the Olympics? He's like, what? Huh?
Yeah.
No. Like, uh-huh.
Yeah. I was like some of their I don't I'm not I've not been as into like their more recent stuff, but like From Mars to Sirius I still like. And I ended up getting the Way of All Flesh. It was the one that I picked up because they didn't have From Mars to Sirius. So, it was like maybe I need to buy some of those earlier Gojira records just to have them and have them on hand for whenever I want to hear people roaring about whales.
Yeah, I think they're a solid band. It's not really my thing, but like I think
Yeah.
they're good at what they do.
I saw them open for the Deftones like 2 years ago. They were fucking awesome. I mean, they were a really, really good band. Like I was going there to see Deftones because I hadn't seen Deftones since like 2000. Um, and so I was like, okay, Gojira's playing it. That's cool. I mean, like I don't mind sitting through them, and they ended up being great, so it was worth it. They're a band that really I know sort of like the idea of being a metal fan is you're not supposed to want your bands to be successful and play large venues because but Gojira's power and just their stage presence and like their production is like this is a big band. Like they should be playing large halls. They should not be playing small buildings. Like they are their sound is too big. This is right where they should be.
Oh, I thought it was really funny that like some idiots melted down like about how like their performance was satanic or whatever. It's
Yeah.
like the woman holding her own severed head. It's like that is obviously Marie Antoinette.
Well,
Are you
yeah.
how illiterate are you fuckers?
Pretty illiterate. Yeah. I don't think there's a big a lot of knowledge rolling around in a lot of heads because
Sort of the same people harassing him on belief. So yeah, they it's been established.
yeah. By the way, one last thing. I promise you this is not a pop vinyl. I was at Target today and I was looking at pop vinyls, but above them, I found this gem. And I can't imagine if you brought this man back to life and told him you can find a plastic figure of yourself in Target, he would not believe it. Who is it? It's Phil Lynott from Thin Lizzy. Look at that.
Yeah, actually, my friend's going to Ireland. My sword teacher friend,
Yeah.
and he told me he was gonna try to find some IRA merchandise for me, and I was like, yeah, cool. And
Yeah.
also say hello to the Phil Lynott
Yep.
statue and
That's right. Yep. Yeah, I
uh,
was so pumped to find. I was like at Target of all places. So yeah, I was pretty excited about that. So
what's your favorite Thin Lizzy song? I know
um
I sound like the dickhead dude quizzing like people on their preferences, but
no,
like
no.
basic bitch choice myself, but I'm interested in hearing what yours is.
Mine's a total basic answer. It's Jailbreak. I fucking love Jailbreak. I
Yeah,
love Jailbreak for
you.
two reasons. One, it's a great song. Two, the lyrics are ridiculous. They're absolutely insane. Like there's a group, there's a couple of us that we've had an inside joke going around for a while. We just like we'll text each other like woman stay with a friend or hey good looking female come here. Yeah. Love just love that song. The Go ahead, you answer because I have to look up the name of the song because I don't remember what it's called. A cowboy song is the sort of like the non-hit song that I like a lot too.
I like that Dancing in the Moonlight one as
That's a good
well.
song. Yep.
Yeah. I mean, really can't go wrong.
No. Is Dancing
Like,
in the Moonlight where he says I always get chocolate stains on my pants?
what's that?
Is Dancing in the Moonlight the song where he says I always get chocolate stains on my pants, or is that a different song?
Oh God, maybe. Um,
Phil Lynott eating chocolate.
yeah, don't wear white pants, bud.
Yeah.
Like, uh, issue you've made for yourself.
Yeah, it is. All right, we're getting near the end. We're gonna get cut off by this service I don't pay for. So yeah, it's been the beer video. We're gonna be back next week. 2 weeks from now, it's gonna be the hate video. And go listen to some Thin Lizzy and eat some fucking chocolate.
Yes.
Now I can't find the stop button.